Hey Nykz Squad, welcome back to my channel here at Chef Nykz Catering and Sweet Treats. I'm just gonna show you this ham from our ham promotion that I prepared for a customer. It's a Scotchie Pine and Ginger ham. It's absolutely delicious.
My family, this is a Chef Nicola from Chef Nykz Catering and Sweet Treats. And today I'm going to be making our pineapple ginger ham. So we're going to be making our pineapple ginger ham. And alright, so these are all the ingredients that we're going to use to create this pine and ginger glaze that we're going to use for our basting and for a final sauce for ham. To a saucepan, we're going to add our pineapple tongue. Not going to use all of this because I'm doing a 6-pound ham. We're going to add about half of the packet. Then we're going to go ahead and take our Grace. I'm going to go in with my Grace pineapple slices in extra light syrup. I'm going to open this and I'm going to use the juices from this. And I set this aside for the decorating of the hams. So these are the slice rings that I'm going to use to decorate the ham. To that, so we're going to add some sugar, and we're using the Grace granulated sugar for this particular. I don't want the sauce to get too dark. We're just gonna go ahead and add that sugar, and we're adding about a cup of granulated sugar. That's the start. That's about a cup to start with. If we need more, we'll add it later. Our Caribbean Dreams instant ginger tea, and that is why we're only adding a cup of granulated sugar now, because the tang is sweet and so is the ginger tea. And I'm adding a half a sachet of this. I'm gonna add some red stripe bear, and I just pour the top, guys, because this is my cooking bear. I use this bear to cook. After adding the red stripe bear, I'm gonna go in with some Grace cayenne pepper. Just for a little kick, but a healthy kick at that. Because cayenne pepper, guys, is really good for you. Now that I've added those, I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of butter. And the butter is for flavor as well as to give it that glossy finish. And I had some cloves, and the cloves is for flavoring the sauce. The cloves, I'm going to also put some in the ham to bring out that flavor. So I'm tying everything together. I'm going to add a sprig of rosemary to this. 2 sprigs of rosemary. And then we're going to eat it with some fresh ginger. I'm just going to crush the ginger before I put it in. Gonna add that ginger. Alright, we're gonna put this on the stove after we've added some water. We're adding about a cup and a half of water. I'm gonna stir, get all those ingredients incorporated. I'm going to also add a pinch of salt, and that is to balance out the sweetness. I'm gonna stir. Then we're gonna go ahead and put this on our stove. We're gonna allow it to simmer on medium-high heat until it becomes glossy and transparent, but super sticky. So that's what the finish we're looking for. Alright, so guys, this is the ham that we'll be using. It is 6 pounds. It is a fully cooked. It is the bone-in picnic ham from a Caribbean Passions. I've never used this one before. I'm a Grace girl, so I'm just gonna give this a try to see. I'm gonna do a comparison and see whether or not for this year for my ham promotion, whether or not I'm gonna use Caribbean Passion or I'm going to stick to my Grace brand. Alright, and that's based on how this comes out, how the taste is. I'll compare it to previous years of ones that I've done, and then I will know. Alright, so this is bone-in picnic ham, as I said before. No MSG, no artificial coloring, and it is gluten-free. It is fully cooked, and it is made by Caribbean Passion. It's authentic Jamaican Caribbean Passion bone-in picnic ham with no MSG, no artificial coloring, and it's also gluten. So we're moving on to our ham, and we're using a Caribbean Passion bone-in picnic ham. It is MSG free, no artificial coloring, and also gluten free. It is fully cooked. So once you get this ham, all you really need to do is to warm it up in the oven and then just dress it. And the dressing will finish give it that finish, and also allow your glaze and your sauce to seep in and to really give you a beautiful and delicious ham. All right, so this ham is featured in our ham promotion. Not sure if I'm going to be using the Caribbean Passion ham or I'm going to be using my regular and trusted Grace hams, right? But I'm going to try this ham. This is the first time I'm using the Caribbean Passion brand. So I'm going to try it and see whether or not it's something I like or it's something I would want to move on to or to also use this year. All right, so this is what our ham is looking like. We're going to wrap our ham in our foil and we're going to get it into the oven. We're gonna go ahead and wrap our ham, guys, and we've taken this is 2.66 kgs of ham, roughly 6 pounds of ham, and we're gonna take 2 pieces of foil. I've overlapped them, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap my ham. I want to close the seams and roll it over, ensuring that all of it is covered, right? All of it is closed tightly. See, I'm still seeing some peekaboo, so I'm going to go over it one more time with my foil. And the foil I'm using is the platinum aluminum foil. And what I'm doing this for is to allow the ham to warm through, but not to dry out when I put it in the oven before I go ahead and remove the skin and dress it. Alright, so this is what it is, fully covered. Nothing will be dripping out of this. go ahead and add it to our baking dish and get ready. Just gonna go ahead now, guys, and put the ham in the oven. Okay. Adjust it to the height of the pan into the oven. And we're gonna warm that through at 10 minutes per pound. It is 6 pounds, so it's gonna be for an hour. Then we're gonna take it out, dress it, and finish it up. Okay, so we'll come back at that time. Welcome back, guys. The ham has been in the oven for about 60 minutes now. That's 10 minutes per pound, and I'm going to open it. What I want to do, guys, I want to cut this in two because it's an order for 2 pounds of ham, but you know we don't have 2 pounds ham, right? So I am going to attempt. I wanted them to cut it when I was buying it, but the person wasn't there as yet and I didn't have the time to wait. So I'm just gonna eyeball it, and I'm gonna use my chopper, and I'm gonna cut this ham in half. I turn it on one side. This is exactly where I wanted them to cut it. Exactly where I wanted them to cut it. Smells so good. So I've gone ahead, guys, and I've removed the hams from the oven. And guys, it went in and as 2 pieces. You will have seen in the video when I went ahead and divided it in two because the client wants 2 pounds of ham. This client is going to actually be getting 3 pounds roughly because this ham is at 6 pounds and I divided it evenly, right? So I'm going to go ahead and remove the foil. This is hot because I just took it from the oven. Alright, so it has heat too. Let's see how easily the skin comes off. Don't want to take off all of the fat. And I like when it is finishing in the oven, it has, I mean, I'm scoring it. This is that. I have that fat, but not too much. So I'm not taking off all of it. And I also want the flavor to go down into. And I'm going to use this, guys. It's the ham skin. I'm going to use this, put it up with the macaroni and saltfish. Let me know if you guys want to see that video, and I will do it for you. So I'm going to drop this in this. And just put this to the side. Make sure the juice is not running out. And I'm going to do the same to the other one, guys. This thing is hot. And guys, I tasted the ham when I put it into. I tasted it, and I'm telling you, this ham is very, very flavorful. And Caribbean Passion, you have me sold on this ham. This is some good ham. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Just go ahead and remove the skin, but not all of the fat. Be careful, guys, because the ham is hot. You can allow it to cool down a bit if you want to. I'm going to take off a little bit more of this, but not all of it. And you'll see why. This part I don't like. This doesn't look like some yucky fat. It looks nice, not like that. So I'm going to now score the hams and decorate them. I'm going to score them, add the clove and put on some of the glaze, put it back in the oven without any foil to finish it off. And this is the scoring, making those lovely diagonals. The sauce is going to go down into this. And the reason why I put this ham, alright, so I don't have a 2 pound ham or a 2.5 pound ham to sell this customer, but this customer wants ham and good ham at that. So what I did was take a 6 pound. I don't take exactly because the ham is kind of going to shrink in the oven and so. I'm going to be removing the skin and so. So I'll take a 6 pound and I'll divide it into two. The customer wants a boneless ham, so this one has no bone in it. This one has the bone in it because it's a bone in picnic ham. This one is going to be my sample ham. So leave a comment below if you'd like a taste of the sample when I am finished. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead now, guys, and score. I'm going to go ahead and score the other one, and this one is for the clients. Not giving the client a lot of fat. Well, wasn't intentional. It's just that this side ended up being the boneless side. So I'm gonna be scoring a little bit into the meat, but not too deep. And this is so that the sauce gets down in there, and also that, you know, that look, the design on the top. I love to see that design. Also gonna put all my pineapples at this point and just let everything mellow into the oven, into the fridge. I'm gonna go ahead again and taste. This is a piece of ham that I took off. It is so flavorful, guys. I really love this ham. Alright, so I'm gonna go get my glaze. Alright, so the reason why I have the foil in the bottom of this, guys, is because I am going to allow the glaze to bake down, and I'm going to use that to glaze the ham as well. You'll see what I'm saying. So this is our glaze. We're going to strain it down. Alright, so I'm going to be using the glaze to just go over the ham. And I'm being very generous with it. I want a lot of it to get into the pan as well. Kind of create a syrup. I think I may get a plan this piece of ramen. This one. And we're going over all the areas. And all of those juices down here. So the front of this one. So these are what we're going to be using to decorate our ham. It's a pineapple and the cherries. Also going to be using cloves. And this is the point where I'm going to go ahead now and add my cloves. Just going to put them on the same plate as the ham and the cherries. Take them out of the pot that they're in. And this is the Island Spice whole cloves that I'm using. And we're just gonna go in with the clove. We're just gonna push it in. And this is what the clove looks like, guys. A single clove. So guys, don't watch this type of gloves. This is the disposable food gloves. I prefer to use them. Oh, I went there already, I feel it.
just gonna get it in between all of the intersecting angles. Who didn't know so much that come in handy one day? Especially them patterns. I always wonder why we have to go through the torture. Actually came in handy. Thank you, Miss Lawrence. Alright, so yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that piece of, so I just removed it. It didn't go in. So now that we've added our cloves, we're gonna go ahead and add our pineapples. And I'm just placing on the pineapple to see how I want it on the ham. I think I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it that way. For this one, similar. And just cut the pineapple in half, pineapple slice in half. And this is the Glaze pineapple slice in extra light syrup that I'm using for this. Let's see how best I can get this to work. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna add our cherries. Eat that. Everybody. No. Yes. Everybody that have sense. With pineapple. Yes. Ham is so delicious. Absolutely delicious. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a toothpick to hold the cherries in place.
Don't really want to see them sticking out of the cherry. It's gonna ease the cherry up a bit. Right, like that. Put another cherry in there. This one I don't have to stick. I'm gonna do that for this one as well. And so we're just gonna go ahead and put in our toothpicks. Right, so which one of these I'm gonna stick? I'm gonna stick this one. Seeing that it is working as a hold up for the other one. Alright, so we're gonna put in some more cherries. I'm gonna have to take some more cherries out of the butter, guys. Let's place the other cherries. I need about 2 more cherries. I'm gonna take out 2 cherries. Alright, so I'm just gonna add one more to this and one more to this. Alright, so some more toothpicks. Alright, so I'm gonna go back over with some more of the glaze. Just in all of those areas. To the front. And I don't want them touching, I want them to have their own space. Give it a coat. There. You have to stand up on your own still. So you have to find a way to do that. Alright, so I'm going to put this back in the oven. I'm not going to cover it. And I'm going to give it about another 30 to 45 minutes while I get ready to deliver it. Just went ahead and I'm adding the glaze. And what I did was to allow the sauce to reduce in the pan. I put the ham on top of my cooling rack and I put it over the pan and allow the ham dripping to drip in there and the sauce that is on there before and allow that to just go ahead on high heat to just go ahead and become a syrup, and that's what I'm using now to glaze my ham. And I'm going to put this ham in the oven for one final time and then it will be ready. After glazing the ham, I went ahead and put it back in the oven for 15 minutes on high.
just to get some caramelization on the pineapples and on the edges of the ham itself. And there is the perfect ham, juicy, delicious, and ready to serve. My customer was pleased. If you have not subscribed as yet, go ahead and hit that subscription button and also the notification bell. Follow for more recipes like, and also to keep up to date with upcoming promotions that we may have.
Delicious.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Have an delicious day with us here at Chef Nykz Catering and Sweet Treats. Just look at the juiciness there. Remove the glove. Look at that. It tasted absolutely divine.
Hold on.
Really, really good ham, guys. Remember, ham promotion runs from now until December 30th. You're able to place your ham order with us. We do not do any shipping on Christmas Day or on Boxing Day. So you'd have to order before so we can get your ham to you on Christmas Eve. Alright, you can reach us at 876-338-6943 to order. It's $2,500 per pound, prepared and dressed and ready for you. So go ahead, reach out to us, and we will definitely get back to you so that you can have a nice and delicious ham on your table this Christmas as you celebrate with your friends and your family. We also have the gifting option, so if you're overseas and would like for your families to have a ham this year, you can go ahead, reach out to us, and we'll have it delivered to them nicely packaged from you.